Major funding for this Read 180 workshop is provided by the National Science Foundation, America's investment in the future.
At Jif Peanut Butter, we know just how choosy you are when it comes to your family, including the shows you value most. Public television encourages kids' curiosity and love of learning, and Jif is proud to support Cyberchase on behalf of all choosy moms and dads.
Intel Corporation is a proud supporter of PBS. The Intel Innovation in Education Initiative provides teachers with the resources to inspire their students and encourage them to unlock their potential.
And by a ready-to-learn television cooperative agreement from the U.S. Department of Education through the Public Broadcasting Service.
And by the Corporation for Public Broadcasting. This program was also made possible by contributions to your PBS station from viewers like you. Thank you.
Welcome to Workshop 8, Turning Points. Sometimes it seems as if things couldn't get any worse. But no matter how bad things get, if you've got a good attitude, you're likely to come to a turning point, an opportunity to change your life and make something positive happen. Over the next few weeks, you'll meet 3 kids faced with very different turning points. Jonathan Fong was the cool guy in his home country, but when he came to America for an education, he found himself on the outside, fighting his way in. Ekiwa Adler-Belendez was able to deal with his physical challenges after discovering an activity that would change his life. Wyla and Dolly, sisters who came home from school to an empty house. Their mom was in jail. How did they react? Our video story is about Juan Rodriguez, a teenager on his way to a life of crime, when he figured out how to turn his life around. Reading 1, Starting Over. Thousands of students come from all over the world to get an education in the United States. For many, being the new kid in a new country with a different culture and language is a turning point that's tough to handle. The boy in this personal essay, Jonathan Fong, moved to the U.S. from Taiwan, a small but bustling island off the coast of China. Back home, Jonathan was popular, but in the U.S., kids harassed him or picked on him because he was new and spoke little English. Find out how Jonathan handled this turning point. Reading 2, Words Set Him Free. In this profile, we'll meet Ekiwa Adler-Belendez, a young boy from Mexico who has cerebral palsy, a condition that makes it difficult for him to use certain muscles. Ekiwa also has paralytic scoliosis, which means that some muscles around his spine cannot move, so Ekiwa can't walk. He uses a wheelchair to get around. Like most kids with disabilities, Ekiwa can't make his physical limitations go away. But when he got involved in something he was passionate about, he reached a turning point in his life. Reading 3, Hard Time. In this life skills feature, Hard Time, we'll read about 2 sisters, Wyla and Dolly. They got the shock of their lives when they came home from school one day to discover their mother had been sent to jail. Their situation wasn't that unusual. About 1 in 36 kids in the US has at least one parent in prison. But that doesn't make it any easier. Having a parent go to jail doesn't sound like a positive turning point in anyone's life. But when you read Hard Time, you may be surprised at how these 2 sisters handled it. Meet 16-year-old Juan Rodriguez. For a while, it looked like his new life in a new city was headed in a bad direction. Check out this video and see how he used his talents to turn his life around. Fighting Back. Juan moved from Puerto Rico to New York City 2 years ago. He had trouble fitting in. His neighborhood was really tough. He didn't know much English, and he didn't like school.
I hate school. I just hate it, man.
So he stopped going. and he started hanging out on the streets. The only thing Juan seemed to be good at was fighting, and that was taking him down a dangerous path.
I'm a street fighter.
A boxing coach named Julio Salinas saw where Juan was headed. He encouraged him to take his fighting skills off the streets and into the gym by training to be a boxer. It took a lot of discipline, but Juan stepped up to the challenge. After months of hard training, he was good enough to enter the New York Golden Gloves tournament, the toughest amateur boxing competition outside of the Olympics. Juan advanced to the semifinals, and he won. There was just one more fight to go.
Now we go for gold, baby.
The championship bout was held at New York's famous Madison Square Garden.
In the blue corner, Juan Rodriguez from Lynch, PAL.
It was a 3-round fight. The first 2 rounds were too close to call, and it looked like the match might end in a tie.
There's a pair of gloves waiting for you out there.
But Juan prevailed in the 3rd round, landing punch after punch. When the match was over, Juan was the champion.
The winner is Juan Rodriguez.
Afterwards, Julio gave Juan his gold medal.
In life, when you work hard for something, you got a goal. Lovely. That's good. It's good to be champion.
After his victory, Juan was feeling tough enough to take on another challenge: school. The prize this time would be a high school diploma, and Juan is sure he's going to earn it. Now that's going for the gold.